maybe the best defensive line that I've ever seen. And they've had some good ones.
Yeah, and this is the 8th time in 10 games that Orange has held an opponent to under 100 yards. It's the 2nd time this year they've held them to under 10 yards. Burlington Cummings had negative 3 yards total offense, and Orange holds Chapel Hill to 3 yards of offense tonight.
I mean, 10 yards for most people, that's a walk to the bathroom from your house. I mean, really, if you're sitting down on the couch watching TV, you go to use the bathroom, that's because you're going to walk more than 10 yards right there. So to prove how devastating Orange defense has been. And the way Jackson Smith's starting to play, I'm telling you, that's a big difference. It takes a big load off Peyton Wilson. Peyton Wilson, he caught the touchdown pass early in the game. Basically, other than that, offensively, he wasn't a factor.
Yeah.
And they've had to ride him. And when you get in a playoff scenario and as the season goes on, that takes its toll on somebody. I talked to his brother Bryce before, and he talked about how tired he was at the end of football season.
Right.
And Bryce never left the field. And Peyton rarely does as well. But being able to throw the ball to Cody Evans, to get the ball to Kendall Whitted, to have Marvante Beasley run the ball like he does, that really takes a load off somebody like Peyton, so he can just focus on defense to make that great defense that much better.
Exactly. Peyton's certainly going to be asked to do something offensively as they go down the stretch here of the season.
But he'll be fresh to do it now. It's not. He didn't have to run the ball 20 times against Chapel Hill.
That's right.
He didn't have to run the ball 25 times against Northern Van. I mean, it's things like that they add up at the end of the year positively and negatively. I mean, if you're fresher, you're going to be better off.
And that's pretty much the case for Orange. They have depth right now, and that's the reason why they were able to win tonight 42-0. One more timeout. We'll come back, wrap up this broadcast as Orange is now, at the very least, the co-champions of the Big 8 Conference, and they are the number 1 seed officially for the 3AA state playoffs from the Big 8 Conference after winning here tonight over Chapel Hill 42-0. We'll come back after this on HillsboroSports.com.
If you need flowers for that special occasion, look no further than the Flower Patch in Hillsboro. A family-owned and operated business since 1982, the Flower Patch delivers in Hillsboro throughout northern Orange County, including Cedar Grove, Efland, and parts of Rougemont and Hurdle Mills. Stop by their shop in North Churchton Street and check out various gifts, including candles, vases, frames, scarves, jewelry, and novelty signs. Go to flowerpatchhillsboronc.com today for more information. The Flower Patch. Send a little sunshine today.
Where did you say we're going after church today?
Oh, Jay's Chicken Shack on North Churton Street, Hillsboro.
What's there?
Oh, they have deep pressure fried chicken. It's a delicious recipe with great flavoring. They have great grilled chicken pitas. You can put gyro meat on there with a salad.
That's great. I can't wait to.
Plus, they have breakfast all day, including Saturday and Sunday, and they have delicious beef ribs, hamburgers, and chicken gizzards.
Okay, thanks, Dad. I have to get dressed.
And for dessert, they have homemade banana pudding and peach cobbler, plus Hershey's ice cream, which you'll just love.
Thank you, Dad.
They customize also all their sandwiches with whatever toppings you want, and now they deliver within a 3-mile radius. They're family-owned in Hillsboro.
Mom!
Jay's Chicken Shack is open 7 days a week at 646 North Churton Street in Hillsboro. Call 919-732-3591 and ask about their catering services.
Our vehicles wind up in accidents from time to time, but where should you go if the exterior of your vehicle is damaged? Look no further than the folks over at Cardin's Body and Paint Shop, located at Highway 157 in Caldwell. For over 30 years, William, Greg, John, and Dennis have been taking care of the people in Caldwell and their vehicles whenever they've been caught up in a fender bender. So contact the folks at Cardin's Body and Paint Shop if your car winds up in an accident. Call 919-732-6611. That's 919-732-6611.
The Deer Pushers Association of America is a group dedicated to raise funds in support of educational programs, wildlife habitat enhancement and acquisition, and the preservation of the shooting sports and hunting tradition for future generations. They serve Northern Orange, Southern Person, and all of Central North Carolina. To learn more about the Deer Pushers Association of America, contact Skinny Laws or Seth King directly. The Deer Pushers Association of America, killing tomorrow's trophies today.
Orange wins on homecoming night 42-0. They are the number 1 seed in the 3AA state playoffs from the Big 8 conference. That doesn't mean they'll be the number 1 seed overall. Right now, looks like Lee County is the only team that could thwart Orange's chances of being the number 1 overall seed. We'll just have to see how things work out. As for this game here tonight, Orange scored 5 touchdowns in the first 4 minutes and 32 seconds of the contest. The first touchdown came from Jackson Schmidt. He threw to Peyton Wilson on a 25-yard pass. Orange scored with 9:43 remaining in the first quarter. And then less than 2 minutes later, it was another touchdown, this time from Ryan Puckett, who scored around left end. Scored on a 2-yard run. That made it 14-0 after Francisco McKinley's extra point. On the ensuing kickoff, Devondres Moore recovered a fumble, returned it 36 yards for a touchdown. That made it 21-0. And then Jackson Schmidt would throw to Kendall Whitted, a 19-yard touchdown pass. That made it 28-0. Another touchdown coming from Jackson Schmidt. This time he threw to Cody Evans, 6-yard touchdown pass on a 3rd and goal. That made it 35-0, and then the final touchdown of the game came with 11:45 remaining in the second quarter. 9-yard run by Marvante Beasley. Orange wins 42-0. Orange pitching another shutout. And for Orange this year, that makes it 4 shutouts this season. And the defense has not given up a touchdown in 19 quarters.
Yep, pretty impressive. We talked about it. And you really got to see it and understand it. If you just listen to the games, you say, well, oh, he's talking about Orange's defense a lot. But it really is. They are something else. Stone Edwards, if you want to see what a college recruit looks like, he's 6'5". They say around 220 maybe, but he's bigger than that.
Yeah.
And he's fast. And
240.
And that's the thing about it, man. When these quarterbacks, when they get out and they roll out, that's the way to beat Orange. That's the way to move the ball on. I'm convinced of that. But when they roll out, it doesn't do much good when Sellers and Stone are outrunning them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they could not only they put pressure up the middle, but if you try to take off, they'll run you down. And when you got that kind of versatility from big defensive linemen, and then you've got big hit linebackers, Peyton Wilson, Jordan Farrington, those guys. I mean, it's just a recipe for a defense that doesn't give up yards.
That's right.
You know, and like a Madison Bumgarner, I had a stat one time where they said it was he had thrown a certain amount of innings in games where they could have been eliminated.
Oh, yeah.
I
remember that.
A winner-take-all games. I'm sorry. And he hasn't given – it was 23, and he hasn't given up a run.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not about, man, he's hard to beat. He doesn't give up a run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when you don't give up a run, you're not going to lose. Just like Orange, it's not about points. It's hard to get yards off of them. It's hard to get first downs.
That's right.
You know, and that's something that just – you know, is just really, really impressive to watch.
Well, it comes back to defense, and it's going to be a question as to who can stop Orange. They have not given up an offensive touchdown since the first quarter of the Southern Durham game, when Southern briefly led that one 7-6. But then Orange finished up by scoring the final 36 points of that game. Actually, it's 43 points of that game. And then turned around, and they've rolled ever since, winning here tonight 42-0 over Chapel Hill. Now Orange 1 win away from a perfect regular season. We'll see if they can get that next week when they take on the Webb Warriors, who at last report trailing against the Cedar Ridge Red Wolves 35-0. Well, Jamie, thanks for coming out here tonight. I know it's a bit of a headache to get over here because it's a lot going on. And you had a big crowd here tonight, but I appreciate your efforts so much. And
yeah, man. Hey, you the man, Jeff.
Thank you.
Hey, the voice of high school sports in this area, Jeff Hamlin.
Well, I appreciate you saying that.
Yep, exactly.
And we're going to be back here.
Single Jeff Hamlin, ladies. Single Jeff Hamlin.
Right. And we're going to be back here next week at Almond Stadium. And the way things are looking, we got a lot more games to bring you here. Orange will play its regular season finale against Oxford Webb next week. Kickoff will be at 7. Right here, and we'll have pregame at 6:45. That'll be presented by Okanichi Golf Course. Again, the final from Homecoming 2016. Orange wins 42-0 over Chapel Hill. You've been listening to HillsvilleSports.com.